So I got myself a new plasma cutter. I returned the previous one because it wasn't powering up. They did send me some instructions on what to check if that happens again, but I already checked this one, plugged it in, powered it up, and everything fired up good. So I still need to plug in the torch, but rolled the trailer outside, and I'm going to kind of set up a little workstation to cut up some pieces of the deck there. And then we'll roll the trailer back in and lay the deck on it. The air compressor is going to kick on. It's loud and obnoxious, so I'm probably just going to dub over this audio. Hot. Quite a bit of slag. I'll bet you there's some settings that I could fine tune. Maybe too much amperage. Sure what the issue is there. So I got all that done, right? Going fine. And then it started slagging like crazy and not cutting straight and stuff. I wasn't sure what was going on. Cleaned off the tip a bit. You can see the hole in the tip there is all blown out, and the torch is actually like shooting up at an angle, like shooting up like that. So I mean, those are consumables, but it shouldn't have worn out that fast. So clearly I'm doing something wrong. I don't know if it's too much air pressure, not enough air pressure, too much amperage, not enough amperage. But I'll need to look into that more. So there it is. Got the deck on there. It's got some a little bit of work I need to do to it now that it's on there, but it's not going to come off again. Got a couple holes to fill, which is fine because from the cutting I have some spare pieces to put in there. I guess this whole piece itself wasn't very as square as I thought it was. So when I took my measurements, all of my measurements kind of ended up shifted about ½ an inch to one direction. So, but it lines up along the sides. So I'm just going to, once I get it to kind of lay flat on the rail, I'm just going to kind of grind it down a bit so that it's more flush with the sides, and then just kind of tack it in along the edges, on the back, fill in the gap along the bumper in the front up there, and then a couple spots along the frame on the bottom so it doesn't bounce on the frame. already buttoned down that side of the deck, and I repositioned the trailer to start working on this side, and you know, it's not down yet, so we need to kind of shave down the deck a little bit and then tack it down in place. But I ran into a little issue that I just noticed, and it was something that I talked to somebody about online, but I wanted to see if it was actually going to be a problem, and now it's definitely going to be a problem. So I'm going to have to do something about these rear hangers. They're pretty well welded on there, and it would take quite a bit to cut them off. So what I'm thinking is that I'm just going to, well, you can see it, that weld right there, I'm probably just going to grind that down so that I can move a hanger up next to it, or I might measure it out and just put a hanger right there. But I definitely need to move where this shackle sits. So the way that I measured it out on both sides is that the shackle was sitting at a 45-degree angle, but now there's weight on it, it's pushed it up, and then if you watch, the weight gets put on the trailer and the axle flexes out. It just levels out, and then now I'm not putting any weight on it, and it does not come back. So that is too shallow of an angle, and it's not letting the leaf spring do what it's supposed to do. So, you know, if you just grab the back of the trailer and just lift it back up, it pops right back up, but it's not doing that on its own, which means that it's not at a good enough angle to do what it's supposed to do. So this needs to be mounted back here, pretty much at a way that the shackle is going to be almost pointing straight down. So got to figure that out and do it on both sides, but for now I'm going to continue doing what I'm doing on the deck. So it's time to fasten the deck down to the frame. Alright, this is where I'm going to end this video. So, I got the deck welded down on both sides, and then also I had that shackle issue, and my solution for now was to, you can't see it, it's too dark over here, hold on. So, my solution for now was to drill another hole, measure it out to the same on both sides, and that puts the shackle at a much more aggressive angle, and that way I've already checked it, like if I push on it, it sinks and then it comes back up to where it's supposed to be. And then I got the entire deck welded on, and the deck of my trailer is already a mess like the rest of my garage. But next we'll be doing the cross members that go across the top of the frame there, and then doing the interior walls and figuring out something for the fenders, and then the wiring. So hey, thanks for watching. As always, please like, subscribe, comment if you have any questions about the build so far, or you know, criticisms or anything like that. It is hot in this garage and it is humid in this garage, so I'm gonna go inside and cool off. I've been out here all day, and get back at it tomorrow.